Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and advocates of empowerment, welcome to the next edition of Global Empowerment Program, where we strive to amplify the voices and achievements of women across the globe. I'm your host, Rose Ramani, and it's my distinct pleasure to guide you through this empowering journey. Today, we embark on a special chapter of our program focusing on the theme, close to our hearts, women in business. This edition aims to highlight the incredible achievements, resilience, and leadership of women in various business domains, showcasing their impactful contributions to the global economy. I'm delighted to introduce our distinguished panelists who will contribute their profound insight and valuable experiences to enrich our discussion. Leading the way, we have the exceptional Josie Kersey, accompanied by the accomplished Melissa Ryan, and also dynamic Veronica White. In the realm of women in business, the establishment of robust organizational culture stands as a fundamental pillar of long-term success and sustainability. The trinity of vision, mission, and values assumes a pivotal role in shaping and fortifying this culture, forming the foundation for excellence and cohesion. Let's explore into the significance of these elements in creating an organizational environment that nurtures collective achievements and unity. The first pillar that we will going to focus on is vision. A compelling vision acts as a guiding star, illuminating a vibrant picture of the organization's envisaged future. It provides a clear sense of direction, aligning the efforts of the team towards a shared goal. For women in business, a powerful vision can serve as an empowering force in inspiring collective endeavors towards breaking barriers and achieving gender equality. The mission statement articulates the fundamental purpose of the organization, delineating what it aims to achieve. It serves as the foundation for the strategic decision, offering clarity on the organizational reason for existence. In the context of women in business, a well-crafted mission can underscore the commitment to fostering diversity, empowering women entrepreneurs, and also driving economic equality. Core values act as the ethical compass, defining the principles and beliefs that guides behavior and decision-making. They create a shared understanding of expected norms within the organization. For women in business, values that champion inclusivity, equality, and empowerment forms the backbone of a supportive and nurturing culture. The combined influence of vision, mission, and values creates a unifying force within the organization. Team members not only grasp their individual roles, but also comprehend how their contribution aligned with the broader objective, fostering a sense of unity and purpose. This unity is particularly vital for women in business as it consolidates efforts to overcome gender-based challenges and biases. A well-defined vision, mission, and set of values provides employees, especially women, with a sense of belonging and purpose. Engaged employees are more likely to be motivated, committed, and enthusiastic about their work. This positive engagement contributes significantly to overall workplace culture and is particularly impactful in promoting the empowerment of women in business. In my extensive collaborations with organizations globally, I have witnessed the transformative impact of cultivating an inspiring culture deeply rooted in the mission, vision, values, and future direction of the organization. This alignment sets the stage for a workplace environment that thrives on shared purpose and commitment, a principle particularly relevant to fostering an inclusive and empowering space for women in business. Building on this foundation, effective communication emerges the lifeblood of any successful organization. Open and transparent channels includes both top-down and bottom-up exchanges, facilitates a culture of collaborations and innovation. Accountability, a key player for success, ensures that individuals take ownership of their responsibilities. Defined roles, expectations, and transparent matrices creates a framework where accountability becomes intrinsic to daily operations. Employee engagement, especially for women in business, becomes a cornerstone of organization success. Recognizing the value of each woman's contribution and actively involving them in decision-making processes enhances their commitment. Opportunities for professional growth, recognition programs, and a positive work commitment further contributes to a high level of engagement. Here are a few actionable tips to guide the creation of a workplace culture that fosters motivation, responsibility, and a strong sense of belonging. Prioritize open and transparent communication. So emphasize the importance of open and transparent communication channels, ensuring a free flow of information within the organization. Define clear roles and expectations for accountability. Establish a culture of accountability where clearly defining roles, expectations, and responsibilities for each team member, providing a framework for success. Actively engage employees in decision-making. Promote active involvement in decision-making process, seeking inputs from women in business on matters that impacts their work and organization. Encourage professional growth opportunities. Invest in professional growth by offering training programs, mentorship initiatives, and career advancement paths, showcasing a commitment to the progress of women in business. By incorporating these steps, organizations can work towards establishing an inspiring culture that revolves around effective communication, accountability, and enhanced engagement, especially contributing to the empowerment and success of women in business. At this stage of the program, I would like to pass it on to Juicy. So Juicy, thank you for being here today. I'm very glad to have you again in our show. And Juicy is going to talk to you about creating a successful event.
Thank you, Rose. Ladies, yes, it's good to be here and to share some of the things that I've learnt over the years. So creating masterful events, family gatherings and hospitality have been the hallmarks by which I have grown up with. It was not unusual to have 20 to 30 people sitting down for a Sunday lunch at our house. That was normal. Being hospitable was something that my family were known for. So it wasn't a surprise when I embarked into the world of events, creating my own business, Class Events. Creating events and seeing the results has been fulfilling and satisfactory. I've ticked many boxes and busted records by diligently applying my business knowledge and acumen and sticking to some basic event planning strategies. However, successful events do not just happen. They require careful planning, effective marketing, and flawless execution. One aspect of creating a successful event, and is often overlooked, is lead generation. That's a big one. While your marketing may look great, it does not necessarily mean you will sell out your event as soon as it hits the social media platforms. Lead generation is crucial for maximising event attendance and ensuring a successful turnout and outcome. Here are some of my top tips to consider when creating an event, no matter how big or how small it may be. My first tip is strategic event planning. Initiate thorough event planning well in advance using a calendar, yes, a calendar, to establish a detailed event timeline. Allocate sufficient time for creating a compelling event proposition, gathering resources and building a lead generation list for an effective outreach. My second tip is audience-centric approach. Identify the target audience by understanding their demographics, interests and needs. Tailor event content and messaging to attract the right audience, ensuring alignment with their preferences to enhance engagement. My third tip is multi-channel marketing integration. Leverage various marketing channels combining traditional methods like email marketing, print ads and word of mouth, with online platforms like social media, event websites and industry directories. Also, employ a diverse marketing strategy to reach a wider audience and maximise event visibility. That's really important. Number 4 is compelling content development. Develop engaging event content, including descriptions, promotional materials and blog posts that emphasise the benefits of attending. Craft a captivating story to increase interest and boost overall attendance rates. Number 5 is really, really important too. Early bird discounts. Everyone loves a discount. Offer early bird discounts to incentivise early registrations and create a sense of exclusivity. Capitalise on the allure of cost savings to boost registration numbers and generate early commitment. And number 6 is influencer and advocate partnerships. Form partnerships with influencers aligned with the event's theme or target audience to increase visibility and attract a larger participant base. My professional experience has always been that events are as successful as the time and detail which has been put into the lead generation aspect right from the start, not so much on how pretty your landing page is. Thank you.
So thank you, Juicy, for a nice explanation of creating a successful event. And at this stage of the program, I would like to pass it on to Melissa. Melissa, thank you for being here. I must say that you have got a beautiful earrings today.
Oh, thank you, Rose. I've worn them just for you today.
Oh,
For all of you.
Thank you so much. So today, Melissa is going to talk to us about women's well-being within the context of their significant roles in leadership.
I'm so excited to engage in this conversation today that resonates deeply within me and is fundamental for a societal progress. Women's wellness, particularly within the context of their significant roles in leadership. In our pursuit of gender equality and community progress, it's essential not only to celebrate the strides made in providing leadership opportunities for women, but also to underscore the often underestimated aspect of their holistic well-being. As women ascend to leadership positions across diverse sectors, it becomes apparent that their well-being is intricately linked to their effectiveness as leaders. Mental and physical health form the bedrock upon which successful leadership is built. When we actively support and prioritise women's wellness, we don't just nurture individual growth, we empower entire communities. The demands of leadership are undeniably challenging, often resulting in substantial stress and pressure. For women, these challenges can be compounded by societal expectations and biases. We need to foster environments that not only destigmatise discussions around mental health, but also provide robust support systems. Creating spaces where vulnerability is celebrated as strength contributes to a healthier and more effective leadership landscape. Leadership roles, while rewarding, bring unique stresses. It's crucial to recognise the importance of mental health resources, ranging from coaching and mentorship programs to ensuring access to mental health professionals. Empowering women in leadership necessitates acknowledging and addressing their emotional needs, cultivating environments that enable them to thrive both personally and professionally. Equally pivotal is the connection between physical well-being and leadership. Good health isn't just a personal benefit, it's a strategic asset for effective leadership. Women must have the resources and support to prioritise their physical well-being, and this can be achieved through access to healthcare, flexible schedules, accommodating self-care and company policies promoting and supporting a healthy work-life balance. So I'd like to share 5 top tips on mental and physical well-being for women in leadership. And the first one is having that work-life balance. So taking time out to not do work out of work hours. So training yourself to clear your work mind and switching off. And rewarding yourself with enjoying time with friends and family, enjoy nature and day trips and experiences. Another important tip is to attend your medical and dental appointments and don't cancel because you have too much work or you're too busy and you're working long hours. And it's important as a leader to have permission for those that you work with to say no if saying yes places unmanageable or increased pressure. And when it's appropriate, to delegate or ask for assistance. And don't forget to smile and breathe. Encouraging physical fitness, proper nutrition and self-care routines significantly impacts a woman's ability to lead with resilience and vigour. And by investing in the physical wellness of women in leadership, we're ensuring the longevity and sustainability of their impactful contributions. So in conclusion, the convergence of women's wellness and leadership is not merely an individual concern, it's a societal imperative. Creating environments that prioritise mental and physical health doesn't just empower women in leadership roles, it sets a precedent for a more compassionate, effective and sustainable future. So let's all commit ourselves to supporting policies, programs and attitudes that champion women's wellness, recognising that a healthy leader is a strong leader. Together, let's build a world where women in leadership not only excel professionally, but thrive personally.
So Melissa, thank you very much for sharing your insight about women's well-being in the context of leadership. Now I'm going to pass the topic to Veronica, she's going to talk about entrepreneurship, business, and running a business with family and her husband. So Veronica, thanks again for being here in our show today. And I will leave it to you to share your insight about creating a business as a couple with you and your husband, I believe. Yes? Thank you.
Thank you, Rose. Thank you, ladies. And thank you for the opportunity to share my perspective on running a business as a couple. So starting and running a business is one of the most intense things you can do. It requires hard work and dedication. It also involves risks, making difficult decisions, and dealing with financial and legal issues. Marriage, in a way, like business, requires commitment, and it is one of the most significant steps you can take. You put all your heart into someone and something you believe in. You dream about the future together and what it can bring. You make a leap of faith, trusting that it will work out to the best. So being married and running the business together is an exciting journey that can pose specific challenges though. 15 years ago, I came to Australia to explore this extraordinary continent, and I met my husband Will 12 years ago. I spent 2 years working at Monash University and traveling across Australia. I was about to leave the country to return to Russia to finish my PhD in linguistics and education. However, life is full of surprises. A few weeks before leaving, I went to the farewell party with my friends and I was swayed by the dance moves of a very handsome guy. A few weeks later, we decided to be together. A few months later, we got engaged, and within the first year, we established our company. I decided to fly back home to sell my apartment, finalize some documents, and return to be together. We put in deposit for the house, and then Will lost a job. He was pretty upset on the day as we did not have any financial stability then. It is strange to say that, but I felt good that he lost his job. It was a blessing in disguise to start our own business right away. Close people were concerned about what the correct decision was at the time and how fast things were moving. However, we proceeded and established our company. We have been running a business together for over 11 years now. We may say we compressed our time, which is more like over 20 years together, as we spend most of our time side by side. In hindsight, it all developed very quickly, although many things could have gone differently. One of the tips for successful entrepreneurship is to be quick to make decisions and slow to change your mind. It will almost certainly set you up for sustained success. Successful business and relationships have one common denominator for all our decisions. It is love, trust, and belief that it will all work out for the best. Sustainable business and relationship require structure and systems. It is an essential component of a complex journey. Managing your feelings and emotions is the top priority. The number of emotions you can handle will define your business success. Because business is foremost about the relationships we build with people. The quality of your product or service is essential, but it's not negotiable. It is a must. However, what sets you and your business apart is the quality of relationships we have with other people. I'm positive you can remember when you purchased something because you met the person who made that particular product, or go to the same restaurant because you know the owners. They put their heart into it and you feel great sharing that love. So running a business together as a couple will magnify what is already in your relationship and vice versa. The company will reflect who you are. We consider ourselves as a power couple because we utilize our unique skills, values, and strengths. We used our specific skills to sustain working together and distribute what we did. We see things from different perspectives, which is great because we can challenge each other and find the best solution. Role clarity is crucial. Some things I do autonomously, some Will does on his own, and some we intersect into the middle. If you don't have clarity, you will either feel that you must do everything or nothing. You have all the power, direction or non-direction. Make sure you're definite what you oversee. We invest in our development and we respect each other's boundaries. We catch each other when one of us goes through times of turbulence. There must be a person in your life who can say they're proud of you and your achievements. But even more important is to give a person confidence that you'll be there for them if it doesn't work out. Especially in a long-term marriage, you will witness all seasons of life, not all spring and summer. When winter knocks on your door, it is comforting to know that there is someone with a blanket and a hot cup of tea for you, regardless of your temporary drawback. The verdict is that successfully working and running a business is possible. However, communication must be the top priority. So it goes together what Rose said before about communication, the most important thing, and working with your spouse has its phases. Sometimes you think everything is going incredibly well, and sometimes it becomes impossibly hard, but you keep building incredible trust and communication. Attune to your dreams. There will be naysayers, often your closest people. They mean well, however, they project their traumas and fears. Life can bring things that set you off, but it's how quickly you can get it back. Keep going. You will never regret doing something meaningful for you, but you will regret not fulfilling your dreams. Bring your personality into the business. People value connection and personal approach. As a couple, life is neither linear nor any business journey. Have personal interests and hobbies outside the business. Keep the romance alive and leave the business aside in those moments. Business thrives best if you put each other first.
So Veronica, thank you very much for sharing your insight about running a business as a couple. And I think it was very interesting and insightful when you shared your journey working with your husband. So it just moved us with that journey together. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
At this stage of the program, we are going to share with you some of the books that we have read and some of it is messages that we would like to share with you. One of the books that I have studied and read recently is called How Successful People Think. It's one of the best books that I have read recently. And this is actually the workbook because the actual book was so lovely and I actually gave it to one of my friends as a gift. But this book is talking about different levels of thinking, as a manager, as a CEO, or as a leader, or even in your personal life, it's important to wear different hats at different times. And this book is actually resonates and passes on those messages for individuals to think differently in different time. So for example, it shares insight about cultivate big picture thinking. It talks about engage in force thinking. It talks about harnessing creative thinking, utilizing strategic thinking, and exploring possibility thinking. And I think it's one of the good books that if you'd like to read and actually be more aware of its insight, I totally recommend this book that I have read and I have shared with you. One of the messages that I read from this book that resonates really well with me is the unselfish thinking, which increases quality of life. It talks about the spirit of generosity created by unselfish thinking, gives people an appreciation for life and an understanding of its higher values. Seeing those in need and giving to meet those needs puts lots of things into perspective. It increases the quality of the life of the giver and the receiver. Another message, which is also very beautiful to read and remember, is that there is no life as empty as self-centered life. And there is no life as centered as the self-empty life. If you want to improve your world, then focus your attention on helping others. And I think it's so beautiful that especially, we have New Year coming up and we have got some New Year resolutions. And it will be important and also very useful to looking at other people and how we can actually serve other human beings. Whether it could be in this world, in this country, or perhaps in other countries, I think it will be a great opportunity for us to contribute and help those people who actually need our help. Another book that I read, which I really admire and recommend, is The Power of Focus. So this book is really important when you want to establish your focus, and especially when you have priorities, you have projects, you have tasks to do. This book is actually helping you how to remain focused and how to achieve your goals. It's also a great book for organizations, for leaders and managers to use it and implement it in their workforce, because the power of focus, it helps you in any time, and no matter whether you're an individual looking to create a family or take care of your kids, or perhaps a manager or a leader running your own business or working in an enterprise, this book is an empowering message that can actually pass it to everyone. Some of the messages that actually resonates really well with me is that trust yourself, create the kind of self that you will be happy to live with all your life. Make the most of yourself by fanning the tiny inner sparks of possibility into flames of achievement. And I think that's one of the beautiful messages that we can curate to ourselves and actually look what we can achieve. I totally recommend this book. So when you have a chance, please read this book. And I'm sure that it could add great value to your personal and professional development. So Josie, what book did you read that resonates really well with you? And what's the message that you would like to share with the audience?
Okay, so Rose, the book I've brought along today is a book that's been around for a very, very long time, in fact, hundreds and hundreds of years. And it's a book that I grew up with, and it is the Book of Psalms. And being a creative myself, I love this book. It has been with me since I can remember, and its message is always about encouragement and finding solutions for life. The Psalms are very interesting little pockets of inspiration, and that's where I come from. I love, in my career, I've always loved creating events to inspire women. So the Book of Psalms for me is something that I hold dear to my heart, because anytime I'm feeling that I need to be inspired or be uplifted or be encouraged, I turn to the Book of Psalms and I read through the pages, and there's always a psalm that lifts my spirit and encourages me. So this is my book of choice for this segment, and I hope that, if you are feeling a little bit down or you want to be encouraging to someone else, that you may pick this book up, the Book of Psalms, and have a look through. You'll be surprised at how many inspirational passages there are that will lift your heart and soul. The other thing is too, it seems to be that, Rose, you've chosen, a book on focus and how successful people think, and I think this is a great compliment to feeling that your self-esteem can grow just by reading some of the passages in the Book of Psalms. It's an old wisdom. It's old from way back. So some of these books are also deep rooted in some of these principles as well. So that's my book for this segment, the Book of Psalms.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Juicy. So Melissa, I believe that you might have read some books lately, and what is one of the books that you have read that you would like to share these messages with the viewers today?
Yeah, of course. So the book that I'm going to talk about today is The CEO of You, so the Chief Energising Officer. And the reason I picked this book is because often we as women, we're leaders of our family or we're leaders of our organisation, and we often forget to be the leaders of ourselves. So I really love this book because it takes us into a journey on ourselves and to really reflect, on who we are being and how we can take care of ourselves much better. One of the things that I'd like to share out here is to evaluate your self-talk. I think that we often talk negatively to ourselves, and it's not how we would talk to other people. So, checking in and really evaluating that self-talk, instead of saying things like they won't listen, they don't care, what does it matter, or I can't, just as an example of a few, or my changing won't affect anything. It's really about going in and saying more positive self-talk. And women are never stronger than when they arm themselves with their weakness. Yeah, that's when we can take a look at that and go, how do we improve our self-talk? And sometimes we could record, there's a tip here that says to record your own voice. Place a small tape recorder next to the telephone and then play that back and give yourself feedback on how you're speaking and start to have more empowering talk. And then following up with today is, with today's conversation about well-being, is reflecting on our stress and how we manage that. Stress affects the physical self and can make you very ill and even lead to death. So things like, your adrenaline flows, blood pressure rises, sugar floods the muscles, cholesterol and fat surge through the blood vessel, even blood clotting. So there's a little bit, on the negative side, but there is a positive. And the reason I really, really wanted to share this is because my own journey this year has really been around health and vitality and about bringing the energy back to myself, both physically and mentally. The way that I've done that is taking care of my nutrition, checking in on my stress levels, what's impacting my stress, and what are some tools that I can use to reduce my stress and sleep better and have a better night's sleep so that I'm more energised and focused for the next day, which I love the power of focus that Rose shared earlier. In this book, it actually has some tools. There's 3 tools that I'm just going to quickly share. And the first one is to breathe. When you feel yourself moving to that alarm stage of stress, then, fear, depression, anger, anxiety, then you can place one hand flat on your stomach and breathe so that your hand moves, not your shoulders. So your tummy goes out and not your shoulders. Make breathing a conscious habit when you become aware of that stress. Tool number 2 is mental exercises. So stress is a gift we give ourselves when we visualise all the negatives that may happen in a particular situation. Instead, picture the positive outcome. Talk to yourself about positive results and remember you become what you think about. So changing our language and changing our thoughts. Picture the success. What is your mental picture and what are the positive mental exercises you have trained yourself to do? And the last one is physical exercise. I know for myself, I took up boxing this year and hiking again. So, and that's really made a huge impact to my mental health, as well as the energy as well. And so what it does, by exercising, it releases your endorphins, and the hormone endorphin is an automatic stress reliever and brings a calming effect to your system. And you only need to exercise 20 minutes a day, go for a walk, play with the kids in the park. They don't have to be consecutive. So just think about parking a little bit further away from the door, take the stairs instead of the elevator, pull your grocery bags out of the cart and carry them to the car instead of pushing the trolley. And walk to the mailbox instead of driving. So these are just some tips that I really think that we as women in leadership really need to take care of ourselves first, so we can be there not only for our families, for the team, but also that we can thrive and empower others to do the same. So.
Great, thank you very much. I think there was some great, sharing from your perspective about how to take care of yourself, especially the new year is coming up, and then it will be such a beautiful time for all our viewers and ourselves all together to take care of our bodies, our mental health, our physical health, and also, do some walking, boxing, or hiking if that will be something that you're passionate about.
Yeah.
So I'm already been, encouraged by you to do some boxing. Perhaps that will be something that I will consider. But I think that will be really interesting to look at. So thank you very much, Melissa, for sharing your insight. And now I will pass it on to Veronica. So Veronica, what is the book that you have studied or you have got in your hand today? And what are some of the messages that you would like to share with us today?
Well, thank you very much, first of all, for sharing your incredible books and so many tips. So the book of choice for today is The Naked CEO, which extends the message which I shared with you before. And I'd like to share the moments of that about applying your personality, imagination, and vision to a role will absolutely create your own universe and make you stand out and unique in organization, in business, in relationship, anywhere you go. And there are lots of tips from here. And being in a new year, I'd like to share with you one quote from this book, which is, "I believe it is important to continually think about the sort of universe you want to live in and how you're going to create it. Always follow that star ahead of you that says, go this way. You will be on your way to creating your own universe." I wish everyone all the best in the new year and achieving all your dreams and goals.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Veronica, for sharing your insight about this amazing book. And I think one of the books that I have read some time back was this book too. So thank you for sharing. And now I remember some of the, messages that you shared today. So it's a good reminder as well. At this stage of the program, we would like to share with you some of our goals and passion for 2024. I know that in New Year 2024, we all have our dreams, our passion, and our commitment to achieve certain goals, whether it's personal or professionally. So as a group, as a team, we would like to share some of our insights and dreams for 2024. I will start with Josie. So Josie, what is your dream for 2024 and what are you looking for?
So Rose, what am I looking forward to in 2024? World peace, for sure, definitely. But also 2024 promises to be a year filled with exciting opportunities, exploring the world around us and looking for ways to be able to impact women. And whether it's through this program or through other events that we will host, that's what I'm looking forward to making a difference, for someone to find their why, for some women to find their direction and to be that catalyst that enables women to feel empowered and to feel that they can be successful in all that they do. So from me to you ladies and our family and friends, a happy new year, and may it bring you many blessings and what you're looking for.
Great, thank you very much, Josie. Melissa, how about you? What does 2024 look like for you, and what are some of the plans and dreams that you would like to achieve in 2024?
Yeah. So for me, I would agree. I'd love world peace. I think that's really pivotal right now. So aside from that, I'd love to be doing more speaking opportunities overseas and going, being a key speaker at a conference. And that's one dream I've had for a long time. So I'd like that to happen next year. I'd also like to run more events and workshops for women, and I think women need that extra support and confidence, and again, taking care of themselves. So bringing in a bit of a health perspective as well as improving their leadership skills. So that's what I'd really love. For me this year, for leadership for myself has been around health and vitality, so that'll continue next year. And I really want to learn a lot more about sort of wealth and finance, I think, So they're my goals.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. I think there are some great goals there. Thank you very much, Melissa. So Veronica, how about yourself? What are some of the goals that you want to achieve in 2024?
You covered my goals, ladies, and I do wish for peace in the world and improve and extend the health and vitality, and also share love with the world and through the workshops, through the programs, through our TV show, and as much as we can, and inspire and support the women around the world.
Thank you, Veronica. Some of the great sharing about what we would like to do in 2024. So my aim and my wishes for 2024 would be, again, sharing with these lovely women, is that wishing a peaceful world for everybody around the world. There has been some of the challenges that we are all aware of economically and socially around the world. So I would like peace for everyone within this planet, whether they are based in Australia or overseas, and also kindness and compassion, the way that we interact with each other. So I think if we have a world where there is a kindness and compassion for all of us, and forwarding that compassion to another human being and being kind, and that could be something that we can take a step moving forward in 2024. Aside for me personally, professionally, I think I'm very much passionate to be professionally involved in my career moving forward, and actually being involved in more projects, and being more focused about running successful global women empowerment programs. Because for us, this is a movement, this is a passion, this is a dedication, and also it's our call for duty and action to take our voice, our commitment, and our sharing to the women who needs our voices, who needs our encouragement, and who needs our supports. We are all with you, we acknowledge you, and we love you. So acknowledge yourself, appreciate yourself, and we wish you all a very lovely new year in 2024. Thank you. As we are concluding this eye-opening edition of Global Women Empowerment, I want to express my deep gratitude for meaningful talks and valuable input from our respected panelists, Juicy Kersey, Melissa Ryan, and Veronica White. Your wisdom and experience have had a depth to our exploration of women in business, and I sincerely thank you for your valuable insight. To our dear viewers, thank you for being a crucial part of this journey. As we navigate through empowerment, equality, and enterprise, I encourage each of you to get involved. Let's not just watch, let's actively take part in the journey towards a more inclusive and fairer world. Empowerment has no limits when we share it together. I encourage you to share your thoughts, ideas, and experiences. Your voice is important, and together we can create a waves of change that go beyond the boundaries of this program. Keep in mind, the Global Women Empowerment Program isn't just talk, it's a call for action. Join the movement, contribute your unique perspective, and let's shape the future where women lead the way in progress. Thank you for being part of this empowering conversation. Until we meet again, let's keep lifting each other up, inspiring and empowering. Together we are stronger, and together we are an unstoppable force for positive change. Happy New Year! Thanks for watching us. Until next time, all the best.
Yay!